Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast.
This is a show dedicated to helping you become a better organist.
We're your hosts, Vidas
And Aušra Motuzaitė Pinkevičienė.
We have over 25 years of experience of playing the organ.
And we've been teaching thousands of organists online from 89 countries since 2011.
So now let's jump in and get started with the podcast for today.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 637 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Rosemary, and she writes, Hello Vidas. Firstly, can I thank you for the wonderfully informative emails you have sent during the last week. To date, I have found them very helpful and thought-provoking. A good beginning to the information I need to develop my study for the next 12 months. In reply to your first question, my goal for this coming year is a 30-minute lunchtime recital on 8th of October 2021. My practice situation is a small instrument, one manual with a full pedal board and 5 stops in our local church, country town. The recital is on an instrument 8 times the size in a provincial city 45 kilometers away. August 2019, I was included in the program and played an all Bach program, BWV 554, 555, 604, 536, and 570. I lacked confidence and found it a rather tough experience and have resolved to better the experience. Important aspects to address. Developing a plan for the year's study. Developing the program. Bach again, as his music is a passion of mine, or a European tour. Boellmann, Faure, Italian school, and Bach. The learning of a piece, bringing it up to concert standard and maintaining the standard for the recital date. Working on analyzing the piece. Your email of December the 1st has been a great catalyst. Maybe this is one of the secrets to understanding the piece and gaining confidence in performance. Additionally, I have shortened the length of the fragments. I learn at a time and have resolved to try your suggestions. The content of the material you've sent seems like a good foundation. I need all these tips and more. I have had no formal lessons on the instrument, gathering knowledge through reading, listening, and suggestions from colleagues in recent years. More information on ornaments, like BWV 555. Do you include the marked trill on the resolution of the prelude? The French Noëls, how do you fit in the mordents and how are they played? Currently, I am learning Prière à Notre Dame by Boellmann, your copy with fingering and pedaling. Sicilienne by Faure, Sonata number 5 by Bach, the third movement. I am particularly interested in your copy of Ich ruf zu dir, Herr Jesu Christ, BWV 639, where you have written out the interpretation of the ornaments and how they fit in. More on this, please. Time I stopped, I have gained regular access to the organ for the recital, determined to be more familiar with the instrument. I have considerable support and assistance from the regular organists, especially with choice of registration. A big learning curve. Hopefully this finds you and yours well, a strange year with so many new challenges. Every good wish for this festive Christmas season. Kind regards, Rosemary. First of all, Aušra, I recommend the Total Organist program to Rosemary because her goals are very ambitious and she would really benefit from our ambitious program. And she just signed up yesterday, I think.
Wonderful. So, congratulations to you both.
Rosemary. Welcome, Rosemary, to Total Organist. So, Osha, going back to her experience and feedback, what would you notice at first?
Yes, but she's very much determined and motivated, and I think she will succeed because it seems like she has, a clear plan, and she's very persistent and hardworking. So I think she will succeed in playing that recital on the 8th of October in 2021.
Uh-huh. It's interesting the pieces that she mentioned on the program that she already played in August 2019 was BW 554. It's D minor prelude and fugue from the 8 little preludes and fugues. 555 is E minor. 604 is something from the Orgelbuchlein. Let me check. 604. 604 is Gelobet seist du Jesu Christ. And then 536 is A major prelude and fugue. And 570 is C major fantasia without the fugue. So, well, polyphonically, these pieces are, with the exception of A major prelude and fugue, I would say basic level, not even intermediate, right, Osha?
Yes, somewhere.
Five
Maybe between beginner and intermediate. I would say.
A major fugue is more complex. It's a minuet probably, and dancing rhythms, 3-part, 3/4 meter, kind of tricky to get because sometimes they have canons in the middle. So it's maybe intermediate piece. Good that she is determined to learn a new program for October, right? Hopefully she will adapt to a new instrument 8 times the size of her practice organ. 8 times. So what is this? Like 40 stops?
Yes, that's a good size organ.
3 manuals probably.
Not necessarily. It might be 2 as well with the pedal, but it might have the third division.
Yeah, generally with 3 manuals you can do a lot, but it takes a little bit more coordination. You don't have to play all 3 manuals, so you can couple the swell to the positive and play like on 2 manuals, right? Pretend you're playing 3.
Yes, but Rosemary has 1 manual, at her church. So how would you suggest her to practice pieces that requires at least 2 manuals?
I would either play right hand higher or left hand lower, depending on which sounds better. But you see what I mean, right?
Yes, on the same keyboard.
On the same keyboard. It's like practicing on the piano when you have to cross hands, but if you move one hand higher or one hand lower, you can effectively play 2 manual pieces.
Yes, that's a good suggestion. As you said it before, I imagined, that you would play in the air with one of your hand, higher or lower. Do you see what I mean?
Higher, like not an octave higher, but a little bit higher.
In the air.
Oh,
In the air, I mean.
virtually higher.
Yes, virtually higher.
Imagining there is a second keyboard.
So better don't do that.
Actually, I've done some practice on our instrument at home before Hauptwerk when we only had 2 manuals, and if I had to make echo passages from second manual to the third at church, I would pretend I have 3 manuals here at home and jump from the second manual to the music rack and back and forth. it's about that the same size, so it fits. It's a little bit maybe higher jump, but it teaches you the same physical movement.
Yes, true. But it's nice to know that Rosemary does a lot of Bach's practicing, and actually you can pretty much play entire works by J.S. Bach just on one keyboard.
You mean practicing?
Yes. Not, of course, not of them, like not ornamented chorales and obviously not trio sonatas, but like all preludes and fugues you can easily do on one keyboard.
But again, if you want to play trio sonata, like she was mentioning, trio sonata
Like
someplace.
middle movement, I believe.
The third movement actually,
The third?
C major trio sonata 529. She is currently actually working on that. So I would probably drop the left hand one octave lower. You see, the key with this kind of trick is to check the lower part, the middle part, if it descends lower than the tenor C. If it descends lower, then when you drop one octave lower, it goes beyond the range of the keyboard. Then maybe some notes have to be rearranged, not necessarily entire voice, but maybe a measure here and there, a phrase, like to make it meaningful. But in generally, yeah, trio sonatas work on one keyboard if you adjust the left hand one octave lower.
Is it safe to prepare it for a recital where you know that you won't have much time to play before it? Actual performance?
No, of course not. That's very risky. Actually, trio sonatas in general are very risky, and even if you have a lot of time, myself included, whenever I played trio sonatas in concert, I didn't have good experience. What?
But I have a good experience about this particular movement. I played it on my exam for my bachelor's degree at the Academy of Music, so I remember it quite well. It's not a hard movement. Well, of course it's hard, but it's not long comparing, let's say, to the first movement of the same sonata. But it's trickier than the first movement.
Mm-hmm. So the last thing that we need to mention is the ornaments, right?
Yes, and basically, if you study well that Vidas example of Ich ruft zu dir, I think it's sort of a key to the rest of, Bach's ornamentation. And as Rosemary asked about French nails and how to ornament them, so basically Bach used the French ornament tradition.
It's actually in the preface to Klavierbüchlein for Wilhelm Friedemann Bach. Bach copied by hand ornament table by Danglebert. And you can find this example on online, the same ornament table. So basically, you need to just play most of the ornaments from the upper note in his mature works. And there are some other exceptions, of course, which we could discuss on a deeper level. Maybe I should do a video or something.
I think this would be very helpful.
Okay, stay tuned, guys. Thank you for listening to our conversation. Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow, and remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.
This podcast is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online.
It has hundreds of courses, coaching, and practice materials for every area of organ playing. Thousands of instructional videos and PDFs. You will not find more value anywhere else online.
Total Organist helps you to master any piece, perfect your technique, develop your sight reading skills, and improvise or compose your own music, and much, much more.
Sign up and begin your training today at organduo.lt and click on Total Organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
If you like our organ music, you can also support us on Patreon and get free CDs.
Find out more at patreon.com/secrets of organ playing.